So there was a retrospective study looking at bridging chemotherapy that was performed by the group from one of the big centers in Paris that examined bridging chemotherapy and their real-world evidence. It's a fairly large group of patients, 46 or so, but again, still may be more limited compared to some of the larger real-world evidence data sets that came out of the US over the past year or two. They divided the patients into two different groups, a more high-intensity chemotherapy dosing versus a low-intensity chemotherapy dosing. And just looking through the results, it really didn't seem that one strategy was favored over the other in any important endpoint. Again, the treatment choice was left to physician discretion, and so certainly patients that were more sick or had more disease were more likely to potentially get a high-intensity regimen. For that reason, one of the things that stood out in multivariate analysis was potentially a higher risk of CRES, or neurologic toxicity. That's probably correlated with tumor bulk or other tumor variables going into the treatment, and thus, again, doesn't really send a new signal, but I think confirms one of the things that we already knew from the other trials that were done. In context, this will be a useful set of data for us, and we'll hopefully see more information like this coming out in Canada as we get our own experience, because ultimately we're going to need better strategies to optimize bridging in patients before they go on to hopefully definitive CAR T-cell procedures.